everybody. I am yet again Price McKenna, simply put, and as always, I want to thank you for tuning in and listening. So, want to here it go. I'll do my where to go afterwards because I've got to get through this. So, her emotions part two. Her emotions part two. Dose. Her emotions part dose. Okay. So here's the deal, brothers. We just it just is what it is. Okay, and I am guilty of all that I'm about to say. I'm learning. I'm in the process of. So I'm not down on you. I'm not getting on you. But we have got to do a better job of taking better care of our females. It just is what it is. I'm going in. I'm diving in head first, and let the chips fall where they may. I'm okay with any backlash or shots fired, whatever. I don't even care. I'm just giving you the truth. We've got to do a better job of looking out for our females. Okay. If she's emotional, which that is going to happen, it is inevitable. We cannot escape it. We can't get around it. We can't backpedal. We can't run from it. We can't climb over it. It is going to happen, sir. It's it's a part of their nature. It's not all that they are. Let's not get that twisted. But it is a major part of their nature. Okay. And the things that influence that, I'm not going into that in this video. It's too much. It's too much. So, but here's the thing. We have to create a safe space and place for them to be able to come to us and share whatever they need to share. They have to trust and know that they can come to you as her man, as her significant other, and be at her lowest and or her weakest point, her most vulnerable. And she's got to know that if I come to him in this state, under these conditions, that he is not and will not kick me to the curb. I heard you, bro. I get it. But man, I can't. You got to deal with it. You got to figure out, and I can't tell you that because I'm not you and I'm not her. You got to figure out what has to be done, what you got to do to be able to handle her in those moments where, because you've got to create that safety net for her, that safe place and that space for her to be able to come to you while she's in that condition or while she's being actively emotional. um it's you have to. It's a part of it. It's the work that we have to put in, and it's what we have to deal with for them. It's a major sacrifice. It's a lot to handle. It's a lot that we have to deal with. But you got to be mindful. They deal with us too. Now ours is different. Ours is typically in a different category, but we got to deal with them too. They have to deal with us. So it works both ways. If she is venting, sir, let her vent. If she comes at you, well, I need to talk. And truth being told, the bulk of what she's talking about ain't even the freaking issue. she's she's just got to get this stuff out, man. And you just got to sit there. Okay, I'm listening. I'll take it. Not literally. Help me. Just pray for me. But if she's venting, seriously, if she's that's a good thing. But just let her get out. Now, here's the deal. Here's the thing. If she's venting, as long as her bounce back or her turnaround, meaning as long as the space in between when she gets done And when she spins back around to normal, as long as there's not a big gap in between that, she's okay. Right? Now, here's the challenge, and this is what you got to pay attention to. If she's venting and she stays in that space for an extended period of time after she's already vented, then her venting is a symptom of a bigger problem. And that, sir, my brother, that's going to take some work because and again, every situation is different. This ain't what I'm sharing with you is not cookie cutter. It's tailor made for every situation. Every individual is different. So you've got to figure out what works for you in dealing with her, right? Because again, if she's venting and she stays in that space, then her venting is nothing more than a symptom. You got a much bigger problem that you got on your hands, bro. And you're gonna have to endure this with patience. And let me just throw this in for free. I ain't even gonna charge you for this. If you don't have patience, bro, I'm not gonna say you're not gonna make it, but you're gonna have a difficult time making it. I can assure you that. You've got to have patience, man. But she on my last nerve. Hey, player, you preaching to the choir, son. Strap up, join the club. You are preaching to the choir. Well, I don't know. She already said that, right? But what did I just tell you? Patience. Well, she done told me this before, and we already discussed this, and I thought this was over. It was over for you, but not for her. So you got to make your mind up, player. What you gonna do, man? Because you gonna have. If this is the woman that you're choosing, if this is your person, man, because it ain't always peaches. Let's just be honest about it, man. It's not gonna always be peaches and cream. Peaches and cream. Just like outside, it's sunny right now. Tomorrow it's supposed to rain for the next 4, 5, maybe even 7 days. Does that mean I'm not I can't go outside? No, I still got to go to work. I still got stuff I got to get done. Don't mean I'm tapping out because it's raining. Do I like the good weather better? Absolutely. Who don't? But that's a part. It all of it goes together, man. Every day ain't gonna be peaches and cream. Now here's the other thing with her venting, and I'm talking about this because it's a tree with a lot of branches, and if you can help her manage her emotions while she's being emotional, and you can love her while she's being unlovable, she ain't going nowhere, man. And she will give you the world at her fingertips if you can deal with her when she's being like that. Because she trust me when I tell you, she knows she's a handful, man. This ain't nothing new. You know it, and she knows it. She knows what her issues are, and she knows where they come from. But she also knows I need him to help me get over this. I need him to help me through this process. And again, bro, you got to be patient. Here's the other thing, and I'm done, man. I wish I would have had this years ago. While she's venting, when she's in her mode, here's the thing that you might have to man up and just deal with it differently. Do not let her be disrespectful to you. Don't let her call you out of. She can't call you out of your name. She can't be talking to you cockeyed and crazy. That ain't gonna work because if she loses respect for you, or she does not respect for you, then whatever she says is just what she says. She's gonna keep doing it because there's no respect there. So you've got to make sure there's a boundary in place. Now, if she comes off and she starts firing shots to this, then she goes flatline. You might have to back up and jam in football terms, you jam at the line of scrimmage. You hold player, pump your brakes. All right, let's back up and punt. Now, if you have to take a TV timeout and come back in 2-2 like the old game show, I'll be back in 2-2. Take a commercial break. But what you ain't gonna do, you're not gonna come at me cockeyed. You're not gonna be talking to me any kind of way just because you feel what you feel in that moment. Now, I'm not saying you what you feel is wrong, and I'm talking as though I'm talking to the woman. Not saying what you feel is wrong, but sir, you got to make sure that she's not being disrespectful to you. Because I've had situations, God Almighty, I've had situations where that happened, and at the wrong time, I personally, now I've been through some things and I've grown a little bit more, so I would not do that now. But I didn't handle those moments appropriately, right? And that was not good for me. It was not good for her. And some of these episodes were in open public. That's what I'm saying. If the respect is not there, you already got a major problem on your hands, and some kind of way that's gonna have to be fixed. And figure out, okay, why are we here? What got us here? This is where we are now. How do we overcome this and become better from it, right? Because the disrespect, it's hard to get the respect back because it's earned. And I'm not saying there's something you've done wrong. I'm not saying any of that. It could be. Again, I'm not gonna go into that list, but you got to figure out where that comes from. Because for example, I had a situation. I met this female. This was years ago. Um, but early on, she just rapid fire and blip 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 blip, and you blip. What? And what I didn't realize then is that was a trigger for me because of some of the things I'd already been through. So instead of me doing what I'm saying now, because I'm on the other side of it, I went right back at her. And in me doing so, I kind of crossed over and talked to her, not like she was a man, but almost as though she was one. Because what I was hearing, you're out of order, and you blatantly disrespectful, and you don't know me well enough. She, at that point in our relationship, we were in the very beginning stages. So I'm like, excuse me, time out on the court, just and I was I was borderline ready to tap out because I'm like, I no, no, no. And so I said that to say, uh, after some extended counseling and some other stuff, I was able to manage my emotions and deal with some of the anger that I still had left that I didn't know what was there. But in that moment and moments like that, that's when I knew, okay, dude, you still got some internal work to do. Because, and here's the thing, if you have an anger problem and she's got an anger problem, a spark becomes a forest fire, bam, just like that. A couple of words, both of y'all bottle rocket. Okay, they'll be back in a minute. We'll just sit here and wait for them to land. And sometimes that may be a minute. So I said all of that to say, uh, make sure that if she's approaching you and she's, already, and she's, as I call it, she's already on one and she's blowing the fuse, right? Make sure she's not being disrespectful because that can roll over into something else that's not needed. So you may have to again, a player, pump your brakes. Let's back up and punt. Let's try this again, and start this over. Maybe you need to leave the house. Maybe you need to just go sit in the room. Whatever the case may be, we can work through it. We can make it happen, but we're not gonna do it this way. All right. Price McKinney, Simply Put Podcast, uh, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Simply but Put by Price McKinney, YouTube, Simply Put Podcast with Price McKinney, your boy. Like, subscribe, watch a video, leave a comment uh, on YouTube. So again, I'm Price McKinney, Simply Put. I'm not an expert. I just know what I know, and I promise you, I'll see you soon.